Hey, it's Felicity. So I need to introduce myself some sort of like, hi, it's Felicity from such and such a farm. Actually, we do have a name for our place, but it kind of is very specific to the location. So I don't know if I knew we should be doing that. Let's call it Adelaide Hills Micro Farm for now until I come up with a better name. There is Micro Farm in the name originally, but let's see. I want to chat a little bit about what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to start, so one of my ideas while I'm waiting for, I guess, firmer plans on this area down the front, which I'm moving down to, I'll chat a bit about some straw bale beds that I'm going to do, I think, because they're pretty good with they're temporary and they're movable, and I think they'll work quite nicely for now. And because one of the things that we're going to do, let's see, moved around this way, so kind of around here, that's where it's north facing. So we in Australia, best way to get the most sun when the sun is going from east to west, east being that way, west, never eat soggy Weet-Bix, yeah, east. And so when a garden in Australia is facing north, it gets the most sun as the sun's going over. Alright, so I won't trip over here. So here, I don't know if you guys can see, so some of that, actually this, oops, that is for the sheep. That's actually ocean hay, and it's this one that I'm going to be using, the pea straw here. So one of the differences, so hay is what I used to get confused about. I didn't know what the difference was. So hay is what animals eat, and old hay is used for bedding. You can also use hay for mulch. I find it does grow grass, like all the seeds tend to pop up. I get hay from my neighbour for about $7 a bale, which is pretty cheap for around here in Australia. And I have used it as mulch, and it's for the most part pretty good. I find that I've used it in the veggie pods, and they did sprout grass, quite a bit of it. I mean, it's fairly superficial, like, it doesn't penetrate deep into the soil or anything. So I have been able, I just turn it over once it starts sprouting and get, the nitrogen into the to the soil. So I mean, I've done it that way, and that's fine. But yeah, so hay is from I get the meadow hay from my neighbour, and so yeah, oaten hay, obviously. Again, so the greener it is, the better. There's more nutrition for animals. So I think my neighbour's hay was a bit old, so because it's pretty yellow, to be honest. And then the pea straw is from the leftovers of what's been grown, and they'll sprout too, but it's only pea shoots, so it's really easy to pick off and to pull out. So I'll use that, and yeah, I'll start that tomorrow. All right, see you later. I think I've got everything. So straw bales are down the bottom. It's 2 star picks, wire. Got the hose. I actually bought one this morning because we've got a 80mm, so it's quite big, and 30 metres. So we'll see how that goes. And then what else did I need? Oh, fertilizer. So I'll get that on, and I might not get everything finished today. We'll see how. I put the nitrogen on. I've tried to be even with it. What else did I do? So watered it thoroughly, popped the fertilizer on, because I just thought it would be better than it, if I didn't put water on first, it might blow off, because the pressure in that hose is really strong here. Then just covering it to see if it'll create more heat. And so tomorrow I water it, only about 7, somewhere between 7 and 9 litres, maybe not even, about 7 litres per bale. And so what have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bales. And then the day after that, so you alternate, then fertiliser, then water it, fertiliser, water it. Obviously you've got to water in the fertiliser too, so there's quite a bit of water involved. So we'll see how much the water bill goes up, because this area is only on mains. Up at the house we're on tank water as well as mains, but down here it's just mains. So one year when I planted a lot of tomatoes and it was quite a warm summer, the bill was so big that SA Water questioned if we had a water leak or not. So anyway, we'll see how we go. And I think that's it. So alternating for about 12 to 14 days. I suspect it might be a little bit longer because it's cold here. So frost a lot of mornings at the moment, and since it's clear tonight, or as it's the afternoon sort of fading, if there's no cloud cover, it'll be frosty again in the morning. So as the rain comes, it gets a bit warmer in the morning, but until then it'll be quite frosty. I'll probably have to come down at the crack of dawn tomorrow to water, because I don't get home till like 7 in the evening and it's pitch black, so I'm not watering out here. I better see what I'm doing anyway, and it's kind of spooky. I'm scared of the dark. Alright, so it's day 2 of the straw bale gardening making process, conditioning process, and I woke up this morning, it was like -2, dawn has just broken. It's looking pretty back there though. And so I'm going to saturate the bales again. I did have a thought on reflection yesterday that because we've got 3 rows of bales sort of all smushed together, I'm wondering if there's not going to be enough air circulating, but we'll leave it as is and, you know, live and learn. And the other thing is, and the good thing about the bale straw bale gardening is that you can't overwater, which sometimes I have a tendency to do. Either give too much love or not enough. I'm a bit of the extreme. So because it just runs out. I did think though, you know, we're not on, I think I said the other day when I was doing the putting the bales together, well, my partner was, let's be honest, I wondered about, because we're on mains in this particular area, we're going to get a bore, which will help a lot, but it'd be interesting to see what the water bills are like, because it's, well, I guess it'll be every day of watering, you know, either watering in fertiliser or watering the bales. I'm going to take off the fleece. Oh, it's cold. Oh, can't be much colder than, warmer than -2. Oh, the fleece is all greasy. So, ran into a slight problem. The tap's frozen and I can't turn it. That's funny. I'm going to have to do it tonight. Oh, poo. So what I'm going to do, I'll have to come back and do it tonight. And maybe even ring, it shouldn't be frozen then. We're going to get frost in the morning. So there are a couple of other things I want to talk about with the garden, but I'll talk about it another time. So I'll do it over a few days, and I'll speed up the process, obviously, on the video, because otherwise it'll be really boring watching me put water on bales for 10 to 12 days in a row. That's fairly uninteresting. So anyway, enough puffing and panting. Gotta go feed the chickens. I fed the sheep first because they were bleating away, and I'll just have them in the background if I didn't feed them. So off to the chickens and then off to work. Don't you sometimes just like wish you didn't have to work? Be on the farm all day. unfortunately, you can't really earn much on a well, you probably can on a 3-acre farm, but unfortunately I've only just started I've been in business with psychology for 3 years on my own, and unfortunately it takes up a lot of my time, so it's just going to be what it is for the moment, and maybe, you know, develop some little side hobbies or something with, what's the term, side hustle with the farm. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Good morning. It's cold. And I look delightful. I'm well aware of this. So it's day 5 of the conditioning process, and I'm going to feed the sheep first because they're going to bleat like nobody's business if I don't. They're already doing it, and then I'm going to go over. Today is just watering. Tomorrow I'm going to need to miss it because I have to head out really early, like well before dawn. Excuse me, to just go off to work, do a few things out in the country somewhere, and so I'm going to be it's just too early for me to be fertilizing things in the at 5:30, 6 in the morning, so I'm not doing that. I'm sure the bales will be okay. I might get my partner to water them, and we'll just leave it at that for now. So I'm going to go feed the sheep, and then I will do the conditioning. Back. And here they are, ready to go. So it's 3 degrees at the moment, a little chilly, and I'm going to just run the camera and start watering. All right, off we go. And hope that the tap's not, I'm wearing pyjama pants. I forgot about that. I should have stayed hidden. Day 5 comments we'll go with. So I feel like, I experienced the organic fertiliser. It's high in nitrogen, kind of a bit challenging to find. I'm assuming I'll bring on Friday, I'll bring down the Yates Blood and Bone, and I'll have a look at I've been under the assumption that it was organic, but I have to be honest, I couldn't find anything on the bag. So is it? I found that the Blood and Bone I used, have been using, I think it's the same one, it was just leftovers from a bucket I had, was really easy to, it didn't take long for once I was watering, it didn't take long for the Blood and Bone to get into the bales, get down into the bales, so I didn't need as much water as I thought I might to get it in, and also I didn't need as much water. I found, today I soaked it more because a couple of days ago on day 3 I didn't soak it as much, but it came running out of the bottom fairly quickly, so that wasn't quite as bad as I thought. I was thinking, wow, there's going to be a lot of water, but I guess it's also cold, so nothing's evaporating really. I have to be honest, it seems like a bit of work. Also too, it doesn't make it easy because I've got to do it before I feed the chickens and all that sort of stuff, and I leave myself about half an hour because it's dark. Well, when I first came out here this morning at 7 it was dark, so but yeah, it seems like a lot of work initially, but so was prepping a garden, to be honest, whether it's weeding, amending, all those things. So I guess, I'm amending and it's in a very small contained area, so perhaps it's not as bad. It'll be interesting to see, I guess, the cost overall. I use bales that have been sitting in the shed for ages, like months and months, probably a good year, I reckon. Obviously, because I didn't use them last year with my lack of gardening last year. So anyway, they're my thoughts for the day on straw bale gardening. I'm going to take the temperature. I won't do it today. I don't have time. But I'm going to do it on Saturday. Or Friday, Saturday, anyway, sometime in the next few days to see if it's different from the air temperature. Oh, my hand's burning. It's cold out here. Anyway, talk to you later. Bye. So, this is technically, it is meant to be day 9, but it's actually day 7. I've missed 2 days of conditioning. The first being when I was away last week for work, And then yesterday I didn't do it either. It was a long weekend and we ended up, partner and I, not getting back till quite late. So, whatever. Look, I'm sure it gives it some time to stew over there. I mean, the part of the process is that it's not meant to be technically all composted by the time, 2 weeks, is it 10 days, 12 days rolls around. And so, look, it's cold here, so it'll give it some opportunity to, compost a bit more. But yeah, when it's time to plant, technically it's actually not meant to be fully composted anyway. So we'll see how it goes. So today is fertilising. Can't believe this. So annoyed. I thought I had gone and found some organic lawn fertiliser, because lawn fertiliser has a high concentration of nitrogen. I opened the bag. I didn't even think of it, because that's why I was checking last time when I went. So yesterday I went to good old Bunno's, and I opened the bag today. It's granulated, which means it's slow release. I suppose it doesn't matter that much, but I'm a bit annoyed. So I'll do a combination and see if that does anything. It's not really technically what you're meant to do, but whatever. It doesn't matter at this point. Because I've got to use like 15 kilograms of lawn fertiliser. Anyone need any lawn fertiliser? Here we go. All right, get going. I have to point my bum at the camera. It stinks. And did you notice I'm dressed today? No pyjamas. There's a win for everybody. So I was thinking about with these bales. So if you're going to create a trellis, you'll need taller posts than these. And in the summer, when I do tomatoes, I'll have to use bigger ones. I just wanted to use these short ones because I don't need a trellis at this point, and I don't know that I'm going to keep the bales here. I actually probably going to use these particular bales to help me with potatoes, which are going to be over that way. You don't know what that way is, but trust me. And so I need trellises for, more those sort of like tomatoes, cucumber, that sort of thing. And so certainly I'll need more than that. But all I wanted to do was drape the fleece over the bales to keep them a little warmer. So how many times have I said so far? Probably a few. Anywho, so I didn't even mean to do that. I'm an idiot. It's hard to say anything without the so. Anywho, really good thing about these ones, I won't do it for this season during the winter because I don't think it'll work that well. But for the summer, you can actually plant into the sides of the bales. So you can actually utilise, it's a bit better in some ways when you think about it compared to raised garden beds, because you can't shove stuff into the side. I mean, people are quite creative these days and find all sorts of things. I was watching Better Homes and Gardens on Friday night, and they what's his face, the guy that looks like a gnome? So Karsten, oh my gosh. It's not that quite that small. And he was using a laundry basket and then used hessian and poked holes in it, put the soil in, and managed to put, I think, strawberries or something around the side. So, you can certainly, people do a lot of more planting like vertically, but yeah, you can do it with these ones. So I'm going to try that in the summer. And because I think if you can, and we don't have it massive, I mean, the area that we're going to have trees, so fruit trees as well as veggies, it's going to be about 600 square meters, and trees take up a lot of room. I will be planting in between the trees as well. I might even do the hay bales there. We'll see how we go. So I want to make the most of the space. So something like, you know, the end of a bale. Look at me, my ability to point. I've been shocking today. You know, you can drape the pumpkin vines over the side. So I think that will be really handy. And again, you don't need, I mean, yes, you need space, but I don't have to depend on the size of the raised garden bed, or the bales in this case, to grow that sort of thing. You know, I guess even though I'm in a semi-rural area, I'm about half an hour from the suburbs, or the beginning of the suburbs. I've always had an interest in urban farming, or like urban veggie growing. And, you know, you don't necessarily need a big space to grow things. Certainly helps if you've got a bit of space, but it's not absolutely essential. So I think when I, you know, as we develop this, I'm actually going to utilize some of those vertical gardening ideas. I'm going to, maybe when I think of it next time, I might go online and show you guys what I'm talking about. There's this here they're called Mr. Stacky. I think in the States I've seen a green stalk. Anyway, they're vertical, they sort of pots that stack, and they can be grown, things can be grown hydroponically or with soil, potting mix. And I've seen where you can put them on poles and have a drip system going across, there we go. And so anyway, I thought, you know, maybe strawberries or something like that. We haven't had a huge amount of luck with strawberries yet, but you know, the great thing about gardening is that you can always try again another year. The garden doesn't care. So, you know, I've got to maximise our space here as well. So, and that includes obviously vertical space. And I think straw bales are certainly something you can use to do that. Look, I think it's also useful because you can, I mean, I don't think I'd use it for the whole garden, but I would certainly, you know, the fact that you can compost this, use it for the garden, and then use it for mulch, I think that's brilliant. You know, and having it utilised twice. I mean, I might even try, I don't know, what they look like in the summer or in the spring, and maybe grow a couple of things. Who knows? That may or may not work. It depends on the state of them, really. Enough waffling. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm looking at this camera here. Tomorrow. We'll see you later. All right, so it's day 10. Oh, not even the camera. So day 10, so 7, 8, 9. So I got to be quick this morning because I've got to work, and it was really dark, so I couldn't go out and feed the sheep until not long ago. And this might be the last day you see me in my pajamas, so that's a shame for you guys, isn't it? So days 7, 8, 9 were a third of the fertiliser that I used, the blood and bone, and as instructed by Karsten. And it was, yeah, so the 3 days in a row, and then the last day is today, day 10, and I'll be doing, it's a 50-50 of potash or just ash out of the fireplace and the blood and bone. So we'll see how we go. And then actually it's worked out quite well. So even though I had 2 days where I didn't really do anything, I have pushed myself closer to the weekend. So on the weekend, probably Saturday or Sunday, I'll just plant, and voila, straw bale garden extraordinaire right here. Anyway, we'll get going. Some sort of white film in little patches on the bales. I don't know what that is. If anyone could inform me, that would be great. Have a beautiful day. we'll see you guys on the weekend. So here we are, the grand finale. I think it's like day 15, and turned out to be a little longer than I anticipated, mainly my faults. So a couple of days where I didn't do anything with the bales simply because I didn't have the time. Then I thought, at the end of this journey, shall we say, I thought I'd break a finger. So it slowed me down, but not deterred me. So what I'm going to do, instead of covering the bales completely with soil, as Joel Karsten, whatever his name is, Mr. Karsten, recommends, I'm going to plant holes. Yes, plant holes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to dig holes in the straw, and then I'll put soil in, and I've got some seedlings. But first I'm going to water the bales. All right, so I've mainly got seedlings because I figured that was going to be the easiest thing to do and the quickest as well. I've got quite a few different ones. All right, so not sure if you can see, I'll do close up. So I've got purple sprouting broccoli, a little mini cauliflower, cute. Bok choy to fill in the spaces. Some Brussels sprouts. I've got beetroot, we'll see how those go in the straw bales, and the old garden pea. I've also got carrots and more peas just to plant as seeds. So in his book, Joel Karsten speaks about not needing to worry that bales getting too overwatered or anything, because it'll just run through. I have to be honest though, they seem quite saturated. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it has been raining a lot. The rain has come at long last, even though it's blue sky today. The rain's here, so it'll, over the next couple of months, hopefully it'll just keep raining and everything will grow. So I'm going to do some planting now. So here is a shot of the before, and I'll get planting. We'll see what happens afterwards. That's right. The thing I promised to do for like the whole time I've been doing this is to do the temperature. So it is 11 degrees outside. Let's see what it's inside. You watch, it'll be just the same. Oh no, it's up. I'm excited. 18, 19, 20. Holy cow, it's gone up. Oh my gosh, it's like 25 degrees, 26, 27, 28, 29, slowing down, 30, 31, 32. Wow. I'm going to pop my bum down so it's protruding out there. Oh my gosh. 34 degrees, 35. 36. Wow, I didn't think that would be the case. It seems to be holding steady at 36. We get a 37. Yes, we do. 37. And 38 degrees. All right, well, we'll leave that for a second. I don't know, is it too hot to plant? I don't want everything to shrivel up and die. All right, so we've got garden pea first. Yeah, 38. That's unreal. Oh, I nearly got to 39. Honestly, I didn't think that would happen. How exciting! So something I didn't think about, and I forgot to plant, were carrots. I might have to make a new bale just for carrots. That's a good idea, actually. I'll think about that. I probably didn't use as much fertilizer, compost, or soil, organic premium potting mix than I thought I did. I was going to probably about a bag, maybe like, I don't know, 10, 15 kilograms with the soil and compost together. Probably not even that. And then fertilizer, I use the Blood and Bone, probably about 10 kilograms, maybe not even that. So it hasn't been, I thought I would use just a lot more. I did make it concentrated, if you can look in that way. I did just plant dig holes and then put the soil and compost in the concentrated areas rather than spread the soil out everywhere. I did put some extra on top just around the plant itself. So one thing I didn't take into account, so as you can see here, I've got the tomato stake to support the peas, but I've forgotten about the fact that I have to put fleece on. How does one put the fleece over that? I have to figure that out. I'm going to do that now, I think. So as you can see, everyone's tucked up in bed. Didn't quite work over here. Oh well, doesn't matter. All right, so all finished, except for the finger. We'll see how that goes in the next few weeks. But look, I'm really happy with that. It's so much fun. I know, look, not everyone likes gardening, but there's something really satisfying about growing things. And so I'll be really interested to see what lives and what dies in this thing. And hopefully we get some veggies pretty soon. The bok choy will obviously finish first, so that will be good to harvest, and we'll go from there. You guys have a great afternoon, and we'll see you next time. See ya.